In 2011, Dominic Toretto and Brian O'Connor committed a daring heist, stealing a vault belonging to the corrupt Brazilian businessman Hernan Reyes from a police station in Rio de Janeiro. Reyes and his son, Dante, subsequently set off after Dom and Brian in armored SUVs. As the chase culminated on a bridge, Dom managed to use the vault to knock Dante's vehicle into the water, where he was submerged for 2 full minutes before being recovered. 10 years after Dom's father was killed, Dom is providing his son Brian Marcos with a driving lesson in his 1970 Dodge Charger R/T. After they arrived home, the family had a barbecue attended by Dom's grandmother, Abuelita Toretto. Later, Dom is asked by the agency to go to Rome and steal a supercomputer chip from a convoy there. Ramsey, Tej Parker, and Han Solo join Roman on a mission as Dom and Letty stay behind with Little. That night, Cypher, who is wounded after Dante tries to make a partnership with her, visits them. Dante realizes that they have different interests and turns the team against Cypher by revealing he has members of their family held hostage. Cypher was attacked by a team of villains, but she managed to fight them off and get away so she could inform Dom and Letty of the upcoming battle. When Dom and Letty talked to Little Nobody, he confirmed Cypher's story but mentioned there was no job in Rome. From this, they realized that Dante had set a trap for them. Dante traps Dom and the team in a truck carrying a large bomb and sets off numerous explosions, making it appear as if the team was responsible. Ramsey, Roman, Tej and Han escape underground while Letty tries to chase Dante. Dom manages to push the bomb into the Tiber River to reduce the damage it could cause, but the city of Rome still faces significant destruction. Agent Amaze, the new leader of the agency after Mr. Nobody vanished, thinks Dom and his team executed the bombing and sets a large bounty on them. The team is labeled as terrorists and Letty is moved to a black site prison. The others, including Roman, run away to London. Dom reflects sadly on the destruction he and his team have caused. Suddenly, Magdalene Shaw appears and offers Dom comfort and solace. He asks her to deliver a message to Mr. Nobody, but is unable to deliver it. Meanwhile, Little B and Mia Toretto are unexpectedly attacked by agents from an unknown agency. Mia bravely fights them off, and soon after, Jacob Toretto arrives, having been summoned by Dom. Dom meets Tess in Naples, the daughter of Mr. Nobody. She tells Dom that Dante is in Rio and that Amaze is coming after them with everything. Tess warns Dom about the dangers posed by the agency targeting them, and Dom realizes he has to get Little B to a safe location. He tells the agents he was instructed by Dom to bring Little B to their rendezvous point in Portugal. Mia agrees and leaves with Brian, as she believes he is in danger. Tess agrees to help Letty escape from prison and takes her to an Antarctica black site. Once there, Tess stabs Letty so she can be taken to a medical facility where Cypher is being held. Upon arriving, a fight breaks out between Letty and Cypher. The two decide to team up in order to attempt an escape. Tej, Roman, and Han found out that their bank accounts had been emptied by Dante. They decided to go to Bowie, an old friend of Ramsey's, for help. Instead of helping them, Bowie was thinking of turning them in for the reward. Han came up with the idea to get help from Deckard Shaw. When Han came to Shaw's doorstep, Shaw thought Han was there for revenge, and they began to fight. Shaw and Han make up after they are infiltrated by the agency, and Shaw leaves the group to find Magdalene, who is being tracked by Dante. When Dom arrives in Rio, he meets Dante for the first time and is challenged to a street race. During the race, an old associate of Dom's, Diogo, was killed by an explosion triggered by Dante. Dom was successful in preventing Dante from killing Isabel, Elena's sister. In return, Isabel gave Dom Elena's old files on Dante. With this information, Dom was able to discover that Dante still owned the police station where the vault had been stolen from. Dom traveled to the station in order to find out more information, but he was followed by Amaze. Fortunately, the locals were able to stop Amaze from following Dom. Dom arrived at the police station and discovered Dante's vision board, which was tracking all of them as well as old associates such as Sean Boswell, Monica Fuentes, Suki, Elle and Magdalene. He was then apprehended by Amaze. However, on the drive they were ambushed by Dante. Dante fired shots at Amaze and Tess and subsequently stole God's Eye. Isabel brings Tess to the hospital while Dom and Amaze team up to confront Dante, who is on his way to Portugal. Jacob and Little B are racing down the highway in their modified car in order to escape from Dante and his henchmen, and Dom joins them in his car after arriving via plane. Dante successfully kidnaps Little B, yet Dom assists Jacob to flee. Jacob bravely sacrifices himself to help Dom and Little B escape from Dante's and his crew. Dom takes the service road to an airstrip that Amaze has instructed, but once again, they are trapped by Dante. Amaze has been working with Dante since 2011, and when Roman, Tej, Ramsey, and Han arrive on a plane, Amaze shoots it down, causing it to crash. Dom and Little B are then boxed between two drone-operated semi-trailers by Dante, and he is about to crush them when their fate is left unknown. Dom dives off the edge of a dam and into the water, but his fate is unknown as Dante sets off the explosives rigged on the dam. Meanwhile, Letty and Cypher escape a prison in Antarctica and ascend a mountain, where they see a submarine rise from the ground. A woman watches the two with binoculars. In a post-credits scene of Fast and Furious 6, it is revealed that Giselle Yasher, who had been believed to have died in the movie, is still alive. Dante, the antagonist of the movie, calls Luke Hobbs, whom he believes killed his father. He warns Hobbs that as he was the one who killed his father, and not Dom, he will be his next target. Hobbs had a conversation with someone on the phone, telling them that he wasn't hard to find. After the conversation was finished, he then proceeded to crush the phone with his hands.